Personal pronouns. Personal pronouns are short words used to represent people or things. The personal pronouns are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. They are primarily used to avoid repetition. Look at this example to understand it better. Myra, David's kitten, looks cute, but he thinks she is evil. Now in this sentence, the personal pronouns he and she avoid the need to repeat David and kitten. So in this way, personal pronouns are used to avoid a repetition in the sentence. Below is a table showing the personal pronouns by case, that is how they are used and how they relate to the speaker. Now look at this table. This table shows the personal pronouns used as singular and plural and as different persons as first, second and third person. It also shows the different cases of the pronouns. Let us understand it one by one. First person. The first person personal pronoun is I and we. I in singular form and we in plural form. And it represents those who speaks. Second person personal pronoun is you in singular and you in plural. And they represent those being addressed or the listener. Whereas the third person personal pronoun he, she, it and they represent those who are neither speaking or nor being addressed. That is, everybody else we are talking about. Based on how they are used, personal pronouns are categorized as one of the following. The first one, subjective personal pronoun. Children, I, you, he, she, it, we, and they are the subjective personal pronouns. These are the versions used for the subjects of verbs. For example, you are happy, they won the league. In both the sentences, you and they are the personal pronouns and they are used for the subjects of the verbs, and that is why considered as subjective personal pronouns. Objective personal pronoun. The objective personal pronouns are me, you, him, her, it, us, and them. These are the versions used when the personal pronouns are objects, that is, either direct objects, indirect objects, or objects of preposition. Let us see examples. Paul knows her. In this sentence, the personal pronoun her is a direct object. The next example, Paul gave them the letter. Here, the personal pronoun them is an indirect object. And Paul went with him. Here, the personal pronoun him is an object of a preposition with. The third one is possessive personal pronoun. The possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, and theirs. They represent something that is owned and tell us who the owner is. For example, Myra protected the pantry, believing all the food was hers. Here, hers represents all the food and tells us the owner is Myra. Children, a possessive pronoun replaces a possessive determiner or possessive adjective and a noun. That is, her food becomes hers, my story becomes mine, and their jelly bean becomes theirs. You note that possessive determiners or possessive adjectives are classified as pronouns too. The next is reflexive personal pronoun. The reflexive pronouns are myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Children note, for singular, we use myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, and for plural, it is used as ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. A reflexive pronoun refers back to the subject. Let us see the example to understand it better. David did not blame himself for Myra's aggression. The subject here is David, and the reflexive pronoun himself refers back to David. So we can say that a reflexive pronoun always refers back to the subject. Thank you, children.